We are starting off. We're doing the skill tier list. Where do you guys want to put Inferno? I'm feeling we should be going with like a D tier. It's not horrendous, but the usage of it is just not that good. I see a lot of people try to use it. Yeah, D. Nice, we got Sleepy agreeing with me. I like the idea of Inferno, but the range is too low, so you never hit anyone that's actually burning. Now we have Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is also a base skill, we have to keep that in mind, maybe. It does a lot of damage, and it has a pretty quick, maybe even A. Okay, you want to put it in A. Should we go for B? No, actually A. I like A. Next up is Airstrike. Where do we want to put this? So this is the Schemer ability. If we put Sucker Punch in A tier, I would like to put this up there as well, but maybe that's a bit to be excessive. I'd say B, because it's not good early game. This is only good as a Schemer, like late game. So I'll put it in B. What do we think about upscale? So I'll put this in a C, unless we get big protests from the chat. I'll put upscale in C tier. F, because you never used it. Okay, I've never used it, you've never used it. That's going down in F tier then. Okay, I like that idea. Bounty Hunter. My initial thought is putting it in B tier. I haven't got a Bounty Hunter to work that well, but you can get extra AP. Strategist. Personally, I low-key want to put it in S tier, because it literally silences the entire opposite team. I'm going to put it up there, because I love it. I love Strategist. I hate when I go up against Strategist. If they have a 1-star Strategist and we're at 6.5 second silence, you're just dead. You're just dead if your brawlers can't even do anything. I don't think I've used this that much either, so I will need your help to place this in a good spot, I think. This seems like a kind of mid ability, if I'm being honest. I put this in C tier. Here we go, Pyromania. We really only see this get used. Like, obviously Cove with Pyromania and Carapace is freaking broken, but let's just check at Pyromania as a skill. Like, if we just... Okay, it's very good with Core, which or with Cove, which definitely boosts it up. But I never see anyone pick it if you... on, like, your Inferno Fury. And I've never done that either. I never tried it. Like, just adding Pyromania to my Fury, to my Pyro class. Like, you only combine this with Cove. That's the only time I see Pyromania get used. Probably go C with Pyromania. Like, in general, obviously the best build uses this skill, but I agree. Now we're moving on to Adrenaline. My instant idea is just putting this in D tier. Adrenaline it's a fun idea and it works sometimes, but it's just bad, right? You can use Roar and other stuff to boost it up. Adrenaline, it's slow, it's very, very slow. Okay, now we're going to the speed up, which is interesting because speed up, I really never cared about the speed up before. But now, it seems like a really good skill. Or maybe it's not that good, but it's at least a C tier for me right now. If you don't know what skill to pick, you get 15 plus speed. That's like a 15% cooldown decrease on all of your other skills. And you also get movement speed. At least a C, you agree? Yes, I agree there. Actually, I might even go... yeah, C+. I'm going to put it in B. We have Armor Up next. I personally don't like this one. Okay, you want to give it a C. I'll bump it up to a C for you then. Evasive Fire. This is an absolute F tier of a skill. I hate Evasive Fire. Never seen it work. You fire a few shots, get a tiny freaking bit of damage, then you run into the ring of death and die. Evasive Fire... F tier, absolutely. I hate this skill. Shock. I mean, is this an S tier or A tier? Because obviously it's going to be up there at the top. I'm thinking this is probably an S tier, to be honest. This is one of the most broken skills. You can stun your enemy. The stuns right now are so good, and it also deals damage. So this is Crackshot. Okay, Crackshot, in that case, Crackshot is pretty bad, right? Because you never see anyone using this class. No, Crackshot is actually pretty decent. I'll put it in C tier. You'd go D. Okay, I'm okay with the D. For sure, for sure. I've never ever used Speed Trap. It says it gives 3 speed down. 3 G. There is no G, so we're putting in F. Yes, Speed Trap, I'm sorry. Healing Surge, which really only shines when you have Juggernaut. It's not a C tier, it's a D tier, right? It has to be. I'm putting it in D tier. Roar, however, if we have speed in B tier, we gotta put Roar in B tier. Okay, we have Absorption. This is a mid skill. I feel like it's a C tier. It does a little bit of damage, does a little bit of healing. It's a good base skill. Very good early game as a medic class, you know, you can get some healing in. But it doesn't heal a lot and it doesn't give a lot of damage. It's just a mid skill, you know. Healing Burst, I'm putting in E tier. I'm sorry, Healing Burst should be good, but currently in the game, Healing Burst sucks. Exploding Exploding bullets. We're moving it to B tier. Exploding bullets in B tier. Are we crazy? Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Shadow step. Shadow step is good sometimes. Shadow step. Yeah, love hate. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. No, actually, C tier might be a good spot for shadow step. Now we have shield bash. I'm pretty sure this is called. Absolute like D tier skill. Acid Blast. It kind of hurts to put it in D tier. You only like against nanobots? Okay. It might not actually be that good. I'm going to put it in D tier. Most of the time, yes, if you're running like haymakers and you want to deal extra damage, it's better to just add another haymaker instead of adding Acid Blast. So this is exploding shots, right? This is not a good skill, right? People hate on this skill. Okay, RDL loves exploding shots. He tries to make lone range work. Maybe we should bump it up to a D tier. Third rip is crazy. Okay, we're bumping it to a D tier then. We have force field here. Yeah, okay, it's an E tier. This is the base skill for pyro, and it just adds like 1 burning. Inferno is a good class, but the base skill of Inferno, I think I want to put that in E, actually. This one, I'm not sure what this one is called. Is this skill just a D tier skill? I don't even know much about this skill. I don't know what it's called. Life Transfer. D tier Life Transfer. Maybe that's insane. Maybe it's crazy to put Life Transfer in B tier. But isn't Life Transfer one of the most, like, one of the best healing? This is like a great healing skill. Light them up. D tier on light them up. It adds like 5 burning or something. I mean, when we have the Cove medic thing, I feel like it's just not that good right now. Moving on to ambush, one of my absolute favorites. I'm definitely thinking at least an A on this one. Ironclad. I've never been able to play this. People think that Gearmaster Ironclad is a B+, so we're putting it in B tier then. We have Vitality. It is a good skill. A early game, I can't be putting it in A, so I'm putting it in B. Personally, I don't mind double tap that much, but it's a bad skill. It's somewhere down here. A D tier, D tier. Everyone says D tier, we're going D tier. This is the shield hammer, the shield smash or whatever. This is not the Ravager skill. So this is the shield hammer. This one is absolutely terrible. E tier for sure. I might even want to put it down in F, but that seems a bit too rude. Everyone thinks E tier. Kai Wave. Yeah, I think, yeah, Ranges 2 is good. It's a good backup. Laser Eyes. I would love for them to work, but the cooldown is way too long. Most of the time, they're just staring at the ground. Laser right now is E tier. I agree with that. It's not an F tier skill, it still works. I have gotten it to work a few times, but yeah, it's just bad. Pyrotherapy though, I want to put it way up here. At least a B tier in my opinion, maybe. Wait, A tier, yeah, actually. Not only for the heal, we have the... It would be B tier just for the heal, but it can also put... That, yeah, B is conservative for sure. We're putting it in A tier. Because you can put burning on your Cove. You can put it... It heals the most amount, because we have all of the burning, so it heals a ton. Then it can also put the burn if you're trying to get your shield up, if you're using nanobots. And it can also add damage if you're using Carapace and Pyromania and stuff like that. It's a crazy good skill actually. We're moving on to the hook. This just feels like a solid D tier skill. Discipline. Probably an E tier. F tier even. Okay, I'm okay with that actually. The problem with Discipline right now is it's just a bad roar. Fireworks. Super high damage. Balanced out by the very slow attack animation. I mean, I'm not ready to put rockets in S tier, so I'm putting rockets in A tier. Power Pulse or something like that. That's what it's called. I'm not completely sure. An underrated skill. If you understand how this works, after Andrew told me, first of all, this is a free skill. It costs 3 AP. You can sell it for 1 AP, but you get 2 bonus when you sell it. Pulse Core, yeah, that might be what it's called. I'm not sure. And if you combine 3 of them and you get it to 1 star, when you sell it, you get like 3 extra AP. So it's actually a money-making machine. If you're playing a lot of those inventor classes, I think you should be buying this whenever you can, and if you don't need it, you sell it. But keep them in your inventory, because if you collect 3, you just get free money, basically. It's not a good skill in the game, but because of it, the feature, I'm going to give it a C tier. Here we have Kai Burst. This has a very high cooldown, like 8 seconds or 7+ seconds, something like that. An E tier. I've tried to make this work. The cooldown is just way too long. 2 Tornado Kick. New meta right now with the speed and the Tornado Kick. I want to put Tornado Kick up here. Let's put it in A tier. I'm okay with that. Let's go for that. Hunter's Instinct. In my opinion, this just seems like a bad roar. I'm just putting it in D tier. No one's saying anything. No one has any opinion about this Hunter's Instinct. I'm putting it in D tier. I'm putting it in E tier then. Okay, no one's even used it. So that just means it's bad. This is the Inventor, the Cannon. This one is just bad, I think. It is, I mean, Cannon solid, something like that. Solid C. Sure, C sounds very, very good. I don't like shield battery. I don't like the idea of shield battery. but some people seem to really like it. And I know it was apparently broken in the early versions of the game, internal testing stuff. Personally, I would like to put this at an E, but that's just because I never use it. RDL wants it to be a D or C tier. Okay, I'm bumping it up to a D tier then. I don't even know what this skill does. It adds armor. No, it adds armor and shield to your allies nearby, I think. This is an F tier for you. I've just never used this one, so I'm okay with an F tier because it just never seemed good enough to be used. Tiger Leap. I never gotten Tiger Leap to work that well, but I've seen it work. We got a sure C for me. Okay. People agree. Nanobots. Where do you guys want nanobots? A tier seems fine. I'm okay with an A tier. Shield Rush. Let's just add it to the D tier list. Resurrection. Where do we put Resurrection? Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's utterly useless. You can't even revive anyone if they're not dead. C tier seems like a safe bet. Yep. Because I'm thinking it's pretty good, but at the same time, it's worthless most of the time. And it only activates like once if someone dies. So C tier. Dow Sword. Where do you want Dow Sword? I've never gotten Dow Sword to work that well, but I know some people like Dow Sword. Personally, I say D, and Sleepy says probably D, maybe a C. I'm throwing it in D then. To Golden Sacrifice. I would like Golden Sacrifice to work. God tier. Okay. This is the guy who owns Carrot. Can't allow him to decide. I've never seen it work, if I'm being honest. I would love to see it work, but it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, we always use Carrot for his armor. We never use this as his DPS. I don't think it really works that well. I think it's an E. It's like the laser vision. It's kind of like, maybe if you have some luck and stuff like that, maybe it'll work. So let's keep it an E. Okay, we have Aloe next. The only skill that can remove burning in the game right now. It's definitely not A tier. I agree with the C tier. I want to put this in a C tier, and you said C tier, so I'm putting it there. Yeah, it doesn't heal a lot. It doesn't heal a lot. Sap. Wah! Sap with a punch. Sap is really good now, early game. It's been a big thing. We punch them back, you sap them, they get stunned. Bam, bam, bam. You can win some early rounds. Late game, I don't think it's that good. It doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm okay with a B tier on Sap, definitely. B tier Sap. What do we think about Barrier? Minimum B for Barrier. I'm okay with Barrier at B. I like it. It's not one of these. It's not one of the S or A tier skills, but it's definitely a good skill. To Suppressing Fire. Suppressing Fire, this is like an E tier ability. I'm sorry. It's not super bad. It's not an F tier. But what is this? I would never actually want to use Suppressing Fire. Or what do you guys think? Do you guys want to bump it up to a D tier then? Damage is decent? Yeah, D? Okay. Okay, we're moving it to D tier. Carapace. Where do you want the Carapace? I'm definitely okay with Carapace in S tier. We got Carapace. You can combine it with the Pyromania. You can combine it with the Nanobots. And yeah, it's great in Ring of Death. So that's 3 use cases where it's good. Pyromania is only good when it's combined with Carapace. So that's only 1 use case for Pyromania. But this one has 3 of them. Right? Which is why I'm feeling it should... But Ring of Death also... Maybe it shouldn't be S tier. Maybe we should bump it down to an A tier. Yeah. Daniel agrees with me. Bumping it down to an A tier. Before that, we got Precision Shot. I think is the most popular one of these starter abilities, isn't it? Do we have any Precision Shot enjoyers in the chat? Do you want it in B tier or C tier? B is fair, according to Daniel, and that was my initial thought as well, just like a B tier precision shot. Here we have the Stun Hammer. I'm not sure what it's called, but the Ravager base skill. Daniel G says S early game for the hammer, but obviously we're not putting this in S game. A or B overall, I agree with that. So is this worse than the Snake Kick? I mean, the stun is shorter, but it has more damage, so kind of interesting. Could be questionable, but it's a decent one. It's a decent placement. Haymaker, the absolutely broken skill. I'm not even going to ask for your opinion. I am putting Haymaker right up at S tier. Right up at S tier. I am sorry, but Haymaker is S tier. What are those last 4? These are some unreleased skills. Woo! Here we have exclusive content on the Wood Collector channel. Unreleased skills. These were hidden in the game files, found by Leo by accident, hopefully, and he accidentally sent them to me now as well. So we accidentally leaked these, but 4 skills right here. Not used in the game currently. These are for a future loadout, probably. Final tier list. I'm posting it in Discord. It was very fun to make the tier list with you guys. Very good. We got some help here. And I'll see you on the next stream or whatever, whenever we meet again. Probably in the Discord server. Goodbye everyone. Thank you for joining in. And yeah, see you later. Have a nice day.